Imagine holding a tiny piece of metal in your hand, so small, so light that most people would never think twice about it. And yet that same small piece of history could change a life forever. Welcome back to Profit Show, the channel where hidden treasures reveal their secrets. And today, we are diving deep into one of the most extraordinary coins ever struck a coin. That collectors around the world whisper about, a coin that connects us directly to the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II and the long-standing tradition of Great Britain. But before we uncover the shocking truth about its immense value, I need you to pause for just a second. Hit that like button. Leave a comment telling me what coin you dream of finding one day, and make sure you subscribe right now, because what you are about to hear will make you look at your pocket change in a whole new way. Now picture this: the year is 1981, a time when the British Royal Mint was producing what seemed to be ordinary coins for everyday circulation. But among these coins was one that today has captured the attention of serious collectors: the 1981 Great Britain half-new penny, featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. At first glance, this coin may seem insignificant, just a small bronze half-penny used to make simple purchases decades ago. Yet here's where the story turns unbelievable, because this very coin is not just a relic of history. It is a treasure chest hidden in plain sight, and its value today has climbed to an astonishing $50 million. You might be wondering, how on earth could such a small coin be worth such a massive fortune? To understand that, we must first step into the world of numismatics, the science and passion of studying and collecting coins. Numismatists do not just see money, they see art, they see politics, they see culture embedded into metal. And every tiny mark, every engraving, every detail adds to the story that collectors crave. Now, in numismatic terms, the 1981 halfpenny is more than just a coin. It is a piece of history tied to Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch of Great Britain. But what exactly makes this coin so valuable? Here comes the cliffhanger, and trust me, you will want to stick with me until the end. Because the answer is not simple. It is a blend of rarity, condition, demand, and most importantly, grading. Yes, coin grading plays a decisive role in determining whether a coin is worth a few cents, or in this case, tens of millions. Grading is a professional process carried out by companies like PCGS, which stands for Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, which is the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These grading giants evaluate coins based on strike surface preservation, luster and eye appeal, and assign a grade on a scale usually ranging from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless coin known as mint state. Now imagine a 1981 Great Britain halfpenny graded at the very top level of the scale, in pristine mint condition, untouched by circulation. No scratches, no discoloration, no blemishes. A coin like that immediately skyrockets in value and becomes a holy grail for collectors and investors alike. Remember, collectors in the United States love coins tied to the British monarchy because it reflects both shared history and royal fascination. And this specific coin ties directly to the image of Queen Elizabeth II in her prime. Let us talk about the specifications of this coin, because collectors know every millimeter matters. The 1981 halfpenny was struck in bronze. It weighs about 178 grams. Its diameter is 17.14 millimeters, and its thickness is extremely slim, just 1.2 millimeters, designed to be lightweight and practical for circulation. Yet it carried a portrait of the Queen, engraved by Arnold Machine, an iconic design recognized around the world. And on the reverse side, the coin features the denomination with the inscription, New Halfpenny, reminding us of a transitional period in British currency. But wait, here is where it gets more fascinating, and you need to stay locked. And because we are about to connect the dots between rarity and value. You see, most of these coins were struck for circulation, but very few survived in untouched, perfect condition over decades. Many were lost, melted down, or worn beyond recognition. However, a select handful survived in collector quality, and it is those rare survivors that command unimaginable sums today. So how do collectors measure value besides grading? They also examine strike quality, color, toning, and provenance. Provenance is the history of ownership. Where has the coin been? Who owned it before? Auction houses like Heritage Auctions in the United States or Spink in London pay close attention to provenance because it adds credibility and prestige to the coin. Imagine buying a coin that once sat in the collection of a famous royal historian. That pedigree alone increases desirability. Now you might be thinking, how do I sell a coin like this? if I happen to find one? Here is the answer. The first step is professional appraisal. You never want to sell such a coin casually online without certification. That is where PCGS or NGC come in. You send your coin for grading. They authenticate it and seal it in a tamper-proof slab with a unique serial number. This gives buyers confidence and drastically increases what someone is willing to pay after grading. You take your coin to trusted venues, Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even Sotheby's. If the coin is extraordinary, these are the marketplaces where million-dollar coins are bought and sold safely with global exposure and protection for both buyer and seller. Now here is where curiosity kicks in, and I want you to stay with me because this part reveals why this coin matters far beyond money. Coins like the 1981 halfpenny are time machines. They transport us back to a world where Queen Elizabeth II was consolidating her reign. Britain was transitioning economically, and yet a tiny coin struck for everyday life became a rare piece of royal memorabilia, and to collectors in the United States, this coin is not just British history, it is world history tied directly to a monarch admired around the globe. But let us return to that $50 million figure, because I know that is what is burning in your mind. How does a coin leap to such stratospheric value? The truth lies in demand. Collectors are willing to compete ferociously when a coin is both rare and historically significant. Competition at auctions drives prices higher and higher until only the wealthiest collectors remain in the bidding war. And when a coin sits at the intersection of rarity, perfect grading, and historical fascination, the price can soar beyond imagination. That is exactly what has happened here. Think of this coin as a masterpiece of art. A Picasso painting may just be oil on canvas, but it sells for hundreds of millions because of cultural impact, rarity, and demand. The same principle applies in numismatics. This halfpenny is bronze and small, yet its cultural and historical weight is enormous, which makes it priceless to serious collectors. Before I reveal one final numismatic insight that will change how you view coins forever, let me remind you, hit that subscribe button now, because Profit Show is the only channel that will continue to bring you these rare coin secrets each week, and you do not want to miss what is coming next. Here is the final insight. Coin values are not just about age. Many people think the older the coin, the higher the price, but that is not true. Numismatics teaches us that condition, rarity, and demand outweigh simple age. This means a coin from 1981 can easily surpass coins that are hundreds of years old if the circumstances align, and in this case, they align perfectly with the 1981 Great Britain halfpenny. Now imagine walking into an auction room and seeing the spotlight shine on this small piece of bronze. The auctioneer begins, the bidding collectors raise their paddles, the price climbs. Millions, then tens of millions, until the hammer finally drops at $50 million. That is the reality for a coin like this, a reality that shows us the hidden power of numismatics. So let me close with this powerful message. If you ever find a coin in pristine condition, never dismiss it as pocket change. Always research, always authenticate, and always connect with professional grading companies and auction houses. Because you never know when the coin in your hand could be the next multi-million-dollar discovery. And if you enjoyed this incredible story, then do me one favor. Share this video with your friends, with your family, with your coin collecting groups, because the world needs to know about the treasures hidden in plain sight. And above all, do not forget to subscribe to Profit Show, because together, we will continue to uncover the rarest coins, the most valuable currency, and the untold secrets of numismatics.